Good morning to you. I hope you are feeling well and ready for a new day. Before we begin, I have a simple question for you. What did you have for breakfast this morning? Take a moment to think about it, and please share it in the comments below. There is no right or wrong answer. I am simply curious to hear from you. Now let's talk about something truly special. What if your breakfast held the secret to a longer, healthier life? Forget everything you thought you knew about morning meals. We're diving deep into the ancient art of artisanal Japanese breakfasts, uncovering the delicious traditions passed down through generations that could transform your well-being. Many of us in the Western world start our day with toast, sugary cereals, or perhaps a quick cup of coffee on the go. These meals are often designed for speed and convenience, not necessarily for deep, lasting nourishment. In Japan, however, the first meal of the day is treated with a profound sense of respect and purpose. It is seen not just as fuel to get you through the morning, but as a foundational act of self-care that sets the tone for your entire day and, over time, your entire life. This isn't about a new diet fad or a complicated set of rules to follow. It is about a philosophy, a way of living that has been practiced for centuries. The secret sauce behind Japan's famously long-living population, particularly its centenarians, truly does begin on the breakfast table. The core idea is that preparing your food, especially breakfast, is an act of mindfulness. It is about respecting the ingredients, understanding where they come from, and combining them in a way that nourishes your body from the inside out. This is not just about taste. Although the flavors are wonderfully clean and satisfying, it is about a holistic lifestyle that is ingrained in each and every bite you take. Today we are going to explore this world together, looking beyond the recipes to understand the life-affirming principles behind the traditional Japanese breakfast. Let's begin by breaking down the 5 essential pillars that make up this breakfast of longevity. These are the fundamental components you will almost always find on a traditional Japanese breakfast table. Each one is simple on its own, but together they create a powerful synergy of health benefits. The first and perhaps most unique pillar is fermented foods. This most commonly includes natto, which are sticky fermented soybeans, and miso, which is a savory paste made from fermented soybeans that forms the base of the famous miso soup. For many who are not used to it, the texture and smell of natto can be an acquired taste, but its health benefits are truly astounding. Natto is one of the richest natural sources of a vitamin called vitamin K2. This specific vitamin is incredibly important for keeping our bones strong and our arteries clear, which is vital for heart health as we age. To put this into perspective, just a small serving of natto, about 2 tablespoons, contains more bone-protecting vitamin K2 than an entire large block of aged cheese. Both natto and miso are also packed with probiotics, which are the friendly bacteria that live in our gut. Think of your gut as a garden, and probiotics are the helpful gardeners that keep everything in balance, aiding digestion and even supporting your immune system. The second pillar is fresh fish, typically a small grilled fillet. The most common choices are salmon or mackerel, both of which are rich in a special type of fat called omega-3 fatty acids. You have likely heard about omega-3s before, and for very good reason. These healthy fats are like a soothing balm for the body. They help to reduce inflammation, which is a root cause of many age-related issues like joint pain. They are also crucial for brain health, helping to keep our minds sharp and clear. A modest piece of grilled salmon for breakfast, roughly the size of a deck of playing cards, can provide your entire recommended daily amount of these essential omega-3s. It is far more effective than just taking a supplement, as you get the benefit of the high-quality protein and other nutrients in the fish as well. Eating this in the morning provides your brain with the exact fuel it needs to function at its best throughout the day. The third pillar is perfectly steamed rice. In the West, we often think of rice as a simple side dish or a filler. In Japan, high-quality short-grain white rice is the respected centerpiece of the meal. It provides a source of clean, easily digestible carbohydrates that give you sustained energy. Unlike a sugary breakfast cereal that can cause a sharp spike and then a crash in your energy levels, the energy from this rice is released slowly and steadily. This keeps you feeling full, focused, and stable all morning long, without the need for a mid-morning snack. The rice acts as the perfect neutral canvas for the other flavorful components of the meal. The fourth pillar is an assortment of seasonal vegetables. This is not a large, heavy serving of vegetables, but rather several small, thoughtfully prepared portions. You might find some pickled vegetables known as tsukemono, which add a tangy, crunchy element and also provide more beneficial probiotics. There could be a small dish of steamed spinach, perhaps topped with a few sesame seeds. And very often, you will find seaweed such as wakame in the miso soup, or a sheet of nori served alongside the rice. These vegetables provide a wealth of micronutrients, the essential vitamins and minerals our bodies need to function correctly. Seaweed in particular is an excellent source of iodine, a mineral that is critical for the health of your thyroid gland, which regulates your metabolism. A single, small, dark green sheet of nori, the kind used for sushi rolls, can provide almost all the iodine your body needs for an entire day. The variety of colors on the plate is a visual cue that you are getting a wide range of these protective nutrients. The fifth and final pillar is, of course, green tea. A warm, comforting cup of green tea is the classic beverage to accompany this meal. It does more than just help wash everything down. Green tea is loaded with powerful antioxidants, particularly a type called catechins. Think of antioxidants as your body's personal security guards. They patrol your system and protect your cells from the damage caused by daily life and environmental stress. Green tea also contains a unique compound called L-theanine, which promotes a feeling of calm alertness. It can help you feel focused and awake without the jittery, anxious feeling that sometimes comes from drinking too much strong coffee. It is the perfect, gentle start to the day. So you see, it is the combination of these 5 pillars, the fermented foods, the oily fish, the steady rice, the nutrient-rich vegetables, and the antioxidant-packed tea that creates a breakfast of unparalleled nutritional power. Each element supports the others, working together to nourish your gut, protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and provide you with calm, lasting energy. Now that we understand the what of the Japanese breakfast, let's explore the how. The preparation and presentation of the meal are just as important as the ingredients themselves. This is where the breakfast transforms from simple food into a true culinary masterpiece, a form of art that nourishes the soul as well as the body. There is a deep sense of artistry and intention in every step. Consider the fish. It is not simply thrown in a pan. It is often lightly salted and left to rest, a process that firms up the flesh and deepens its flavor. When it is grilled, it is done so with care, just until the skin is crisp and the inside is moist and flaky. The precise slicing of the fish before it is cooked is also a skill, ensuring it cooks evenly and looks beautiful on the plate. Another common element is tamagoyaki, a special Japanese rolled omelette. It is made by cooking thin layers of seasoned egg and carefully rolling them together in a special rectangular pan. The final result is a beautiful, slightly sweet and delicate omelette that is sliced to reveal its lovely spiral layers. This requires patience and a gentle hand, a far cry from a hastily scrambled egg. Even the miso soup is prepared with a quiet reverence. The dashi, or broth, is often made from scratch using kombu seaweed and bonito flakes, creating a base with a deep, savory flavor known as umami. The miso paste is not simply dumped into boiling water. It is gently dissolved in a ladle of the warm broth before being stirred back into the pot, ensuring a smooth, perfectly blended soup. The tools used in both the preparation and the serving of the meal are also part of this tradition. Instead of one large plate, the breakfast is served in a collection of small, beautiful ceramic dishes. Each component of the meal, the fish, the rice, the pickles, the vegetables, has its own dedicated bowl or plate. This encourages you to appreciate each item individually. The use of wooden chopsticks or hashi also plays a crucial role. Using chopsticks naturally slows down the pace of your eating. You cannot take huge, hurried mouthfuls. Instead, you pick up small, deliberate bites. This simple act of slowing down has a profound effect on digestion. It allows your body to properly register when it is becoming full, preventing overeating and helping you to better absorb the nutrients from your food. The entire process, from the thoughtful preparation in the kitchen to the mindful eating at the table, becomes a ritual. It is a grounding, meditative experience that sets a tone of peace and order for the rest of the day. In a world that often feels rushed and chaotic, This morning ritual provides a precious moment of calm and focus. It is a way of honoring your food and, in doing so, honoring yourself. This meticulous care taken in the presentation is not about being fussy. It is an expression of respect for the food and for the person who will be eating it. It is a visual feast that pleases the eye before the first bite is even taken, enhancing the entire experience of the meal. This breakfast tradition is not something that was invented in a laboratory or written in a diet book. It is a form of generational wisdom, a precious gift passed down from mothers and fathers to their children and grandchildren, all gathered around the family table. The way these meals are prepared and the reasons behind them are woven into the very fabric of Japanese family life. Imagine a young child standing in the kitchen, watching their grandmother carefully wash the rice until the water runs clear. She is not just teaching them a recipe, she is teaching them patience, care, and a respect for this fundamental ingredient. She might explain how the fermented pickles, the tsukemono, were made from the last of the autumn radishes, a lesson in seasonality and avoiding waste. These are intimate moments where cultural values are shared as naturally as the food itself. I have heard stories from Japanese families where the morning breakfast is a cornerstone of their connection. It is a time when everyone puts away their phones and distractions to sit down together, even if just for 15 minutes. It is a moment to check in with one another before the day's obligations pull them in different directions. This shared experience strengthens family bonds and reinforces a sense of cultural identity. The food itself carries stories. The specific type of fish might be what is freshest at the local market that day. The vegetables might have come from a small family garden. Each meal is a direct connection to the local environment and the current season. There is a powerful cultural concept in Japan called motinai, which is a feeling of regret concerning waste. This principle is beautifully reflected in the traditional breakfast. Every part of the ingredient is used. For example, the head and bones of the fish might be used to help create a rich soup stock. Leftover rice from dinner might be used to make a simple rice porridge called okayu for the next morning. This is not about being frugal out of necessity, but about a deep respect for the resources that nature provides. Personal stories from individuals who have embraced this way of eating truly highlight its benefits. I once spoke with an elderly gentleman from Okinawa, a region of Japan famous for its large number of healthy centenarians. He told me with a twinkle in his eye that his simple breakfast of miso soup, a little bit of fish, some purple sweet potato, and green tea was his medicine of life. He said it gave him the energy he needed to tend to his large garden all morning and to play with his great-grandchildren in the afternoon. He did not talk about calories or vitamins. He talked about feeling strong, clear-headed, and connected to the traditions of his ancestors. These are not just meals, they are a living history, a delicious and nourishing link to the past that provides a powerful foundation for a long and healthy future. The wisdom is in its simplicity and its consistency over a lifetime. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds wonderful, but how can I possibly apply this to my own busy modern life, especially if I don't live in Japan? That is a very fair question. The goal here is not to perfectly replicate an artisanal Japanese breakfast every single morning, as that may not be realistic for most of us. The true lesson is to understand the principles behind it and to find practical, simple ways to incorporate them into your own routine. You can absolutely find your own path to longevity, one mindful breakfast at a time. Let's start by debunking a common myth, that this type of healthy eating has to be complicated, time-consuming, or expensive. It does not. It is about making small, intelligent choices that add up over time. Let's think about some simple swaps and additions you could make. Perhaps the idea of fermented natto is a bit too adventurous for you right now. That is perfectly all right. You can get a wonderful dose of probiotics from a small bowl of plain, unsweetened yogurt or a glass of kefir. These are widely available and provide similar benefits for your gut health. Grilling a piece of fish first thing in the morning might not fit into your schedule. Instead, you could have a couple of slices of high-quality smoked salmon, or even a can of sardines, which are also packed with omega-3s and calcium. A simple hard-boiled egg is also an excellent choice, providing wonderful protein and nutrients. If making fresh rice is too much, a small bowl of plain, unsweetened oatmeal is a fantastic alternative. Like rice, it provides that slow-release energy that will keep you full and focused. You can easily incorporate the vegetable pillar. Try adding a handful of fresh spinach to your eggs. Keep a jar of simple pickles like pickled cucumbers or carrots in your refrigerator, and have a few slices alongside your breakfast. You could even have a small side of steamed broccoli or a few sliced tomatoes. The key is to get some form of vegetable onto your morning plate. And perhaps the easiest swap of all is to simply replace one of your morning cups of coffee with a freshly brewed cup of green tea. You will still get a gentle lift, but with the added bonus of all those protective antioxidants. The ultimate call to action here is not to throw out everything in your kitchen and start over. It is to begin a gentle journey of improvement. This week, I encourage you to try adding just one of these elements to your current breakfast routine. Maybe it is a hard-boiled egg for protein and healthy fats. Maybe it is a cup of green tea instead of your second coffee. Maybe it is a small side of sliced avocado for fiber and nutrients. Pay attention to how you feel. Do you have a little more energy? Do you feel a bit more focused through the morning? These small positive changes are the building blocks of a new, healthier habit. You do not need special tools or access to a Japanese market. You just need the intention to nourish your body with simple, whole, and thoughtfully prepared foods. That is the true secret passed down through the generations, and it is a secret that is available to every single one of us, no matter where we live. If you found this information helpful and would like to learn more about simple, effective ways to improve your health and well-being, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please remember, the information shared in this video is based on extensive research and experience in helping people with their diets and lifestyle choices. I am not a medical doctor, and this content should not be taken as medical advice. It is always best to consult with your own healthcare provider for any personal health questions or concerns.